Hello there, Taurus. I'm Michelle B, and it's great to see you. Um, let's see, forgive the racket as we're going through this video. I live in beautiful, historic Old Town Bellingham in the Arts District, and there's an adorable little cafe right outside my window and downstairs. And there's a wonderful group of people, lovely, beautiful, bless them, group of people that are having a really, really good time. And it seems like their noise level's going because they're enjoying some mimosas at 11 o'clock in the morning and having a nice time. I'm really happy for them. Also, I share space with somebody else in my studio flat, and I love him very much. He might be making a little bit of noise in the background just so that he can have a life while I'm getting these recordings done. I want to let you know about that. So anyway, these readings are for May 3rd through the 10th of 2021, but whenever you receive them, that's when you needed to hear it. They're general messages, not a prediction of what's coming up. It's just what the tarot wants you to know. If you resonate with the messages, that means that they're for you. And make sure and stay tuned to the very end. I'm going to give you a blessing going forward from the messages that we find out in this reading. Did I mention that there's a train too? A very lively neighborhood. I love it. I love where I live. Just got to get used to it while I'm recording. Let's see what we got here. We got two different messages we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the King of Pentacles, which I feel is like you at your, like, in your perfection, you at like who you desire to be, right? And then we've also got the moon, and I think the moon has been coming up for Taurus quite a bit recently, so we're going to come back and talk about that a little bit. But let's talk about the archetypal personality of the tarot, that's usually representative of Capricorn, another your sister earth sign. But it's like mastery of all of your material abundance. And I know that this is really important for you, Taurus, because you want to, it's not like you want to be rich. Of course you don't want to be rich, but you want to, well, being rich is kind of nice, but you want to feel safe. You want to be able to relax and enjoy all the wonderful things that life has to offer, right? Why not? You want beauty, you want good health, you want to relax on the beach with a lovely drink. Here's my iced tea. That's the kind of stuff that Taurus loves. But they're like, I can't have all of that relaxation, all of that beauty, all of that like safety, unless I first master all of unless I first master my bank account or my ability to bring in money. Taurus are slow and steady. They're not all about the get rich quick schemes so that they can live it up and do whatever they want whenever they want. They just want a baseline that they can always count on. So here's the thing though with people I always see tarot readers going, here's the thing. But here I am doing it. Anyway, when we put a certain standard of living on a pedestal, it seems like we're never going to get it. We never get to that place unless we're already there. However you feel, however abundant you feel now, whatever your situation is, that's how abundant you're going to feel even if you have $1 million in the bank and like investments that are constantly bringing you in more. You're still going to feel that scarcity. All right, you're never going to feel like a master unless you already have it in here. So that's what we got to go for. We got to first feel like the security. You have to feel the security and safety of knowing that no matter what, you're always going to be okay. And prioritize that time for yourself on a regular basis. There's a time for work when it's like a pleasurable thing to do, or you know that it's going to bring you something that is going to give you pleasure, right? There is a time for work, but there is you have to set that time aside for the pleasure that you would buy for yourself if you were a royal, like a king, right? You had a complete master of your money. Like whatever you imagine yourself doing, you've got to set time aside to do that, no matter how broke you are now. So what would you do if you had all the money in the world? You got to ask yourself that every day. What would I do if I had all the money in the world? Me, I'd take take time to soak in the bathtub with like beautiful essential oils and salt and like a coconut, couple drops of coconut oil, and just like soak and not worry about anything. I would do that a couple times a week. I would relax and create a YouTube video and sip iced tea in the afternoon instead of going to a job. Oh gosh, I would live I would live in the arts district somewhere. And I would cook wonderful food every evening. This is all stuff that Taurus loves. I know you do. I know you love this stuff. That's why I'm mentioning all of it. I'm a Virgo, I'm not a Taurus. But yeah, let's just like do it now. But all those, I would make a list. I would get my journal out and I would make a list of everything that I would do if I was rich. How I would spend how my day would flow if I was this person. And I didn't ever have to worry about money ever again. What I would be doing. And no matter what it is that you are doing, and no matter what you're trying to create for the mastery that you would desire to have, always set time aside to pretend that you're rich. But like you are experiencing it. And what will happen is if you say, no matter what, I will not give up this standard of living that I've already created, like no matter what happens, that will always be there for you. It's not negotiable. So no matter, like you will always have a wealthy standard of living no matter what is actually in your bank account. And what happens is, what happens is like first you start with just doing nice things for you because like you're filling up your own bucket, and then you're like, okay, my bucket's filled up. I need satisfaction. I'm going to start doing things for other people. And then when you start doing things for other people, you find that other people want to compensate you or want to give gifts back to you, and often it's in the form of money. Start with nurturing yourself. Start with that if you haven't done it enough. Start with nurturing yourself, taking really good care of yourself. And then once your bucket is full, then you will naturally start wanting to extend the love toward other people. And that's when the money starts flowing in. But first do you. That's got to be done first, or else you will always feel broke. Okay. Let's go on to talk about the moon energy that wanted to come out and be talked about. This is about illusion. We had the full moon last week, right? So we're right in the middle of it. We're waning down. We're thinking about things that are happening in our lives that are unclear. Excuse me. That feel like in the unstable place. And I know, Taurus, that you don't like things being emotionally weird, right? It's like it does not set well with you, Taurus, to be in this wishy-washy space where you're not sure what's going on. Let's get another couple of cards here to get some advice about that. No matter where you are this week, but something going forward for the future. It could be something that's sitting with you all month, because I do believe that it came up in your monthly reading. Make sure and check that out. So this, if whenever, for those of you Tauruses who are experiencing some kind of emotional heartbreak and this feeling of like just unsettled, I think the main thing is it's like some of you have had the experience in the past where the other, your sweetheart, a person that you're intimately connected with, was your compass, was your feeling of stability. Like, if I have this person in my life, then the reflection off of that makes me feel safe, makes me feel secure. And if they're not in that, if they're not with you anymore, you feel like your life is unclear. Ooh, that's where, yeah. Okay, so I mean, just saying it out loud like that, it's like, that doesn't work, does it, right? We already know, it's cliche, right? We're told over and over and over again, we got to work on us, we got to be stable within ourselves, or else we're not going to be ever going to feel safe in a relationship. And like, nothing is permanent. People come and go. We can't be attached to one person for our sense of security, because that would turn that other person essentially into a slave to making us feel good. And we can't do that for anybody else either. So, right? You know all of this, but the practice is something else completely. I feel like these two things are interconnected though, because we have the same solution to both issues. This loss of control, this loss of stability when the person that we were attached to is no longer there, and this feeling of being unstable because you don't have the amount of money that you think you should have. So it's like the answer is is the same for both of these things, and that is self-love, self-care. The more time and energy that you put into you, the more stable and grounded you are with yourself. The more time and energy that you devote yourself unconditionally, the wealthier you feel. Okay, that's the answer to both. Could it be that the answer to everything is self-love? Let's do a blessing, Taurus, for you for the week. When we consider safety, security, groundedness inside of ourselves. So I'm going to put my hand on my belly here, right under my rib cage, and I'm going to put my hand on my heart. It could be that you're supposed to do it this way. I don't care. It doesn't matter. It just feels so grounded and safe. And Taurus, I know this is so important to you. Deep belly breathe. It feels so good. Blessings to you, Taurus. Here I go. I'm sending them out. Safety, security, loving myself. Loving myself and feeling safe and grounded within me. I always put my own needs first. I always put my own needs before others so that I have energy to care for others. And for those of you who have dependents, children, that need your care, you are not selfish to care for yourself first, and then you can care for others. Blessings to you to feel safe and caring for yourself first. Blessings to you in setting your standards very high for your lifestyle. It doesn't cost a dime to relax. That is your standard. That is your baseline. Oh, the power is so strong. Thank you so much for being with me, Taurus. My other meandering weekly thoughts about the energies, link to my Instagram, links to my donation sites, they're all there in the description box below this video. I love you. I'll see you again soon.